Funny jokes maximum. According to Reddit, number 20. What be a pirate's favorite letter? R. No. Me first love be the sea. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yes, I didn't know you were asking me.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Good. Is it funny?
It made me chuckle.
Oh, yeah. Is a plane crashing? That'd be funny. Come on, bring on the punchline. We waiting. It's going somewhere else. Oh my God. Like, I don't know why people come in here and say the things that they say in a way that upsets me. Do you know how uninspired I considered that show that you're mentioning? I consider it a travesty, and I will not acknowledge it by name. I will simply say how do you do, and continue to number 19. Join me, won't you? When my baby brother was little, he tried joining in on our Your Mom jokes. The thing that he came up with was, your mom's so fat, she hit her head. And then he cackled like a madman, like it was the funniest shit ever. It still cracks me up to this day thinking about it. So this is what passes for jokes, is somebody telling us what they found really funny that somebody said. It wasn't really a joke, it was just like something they said that they thought was funny, and that was funny to you, so now you're relaying it to us. And that's supposed to be funny. Why do I feel like this is going to be the list of jokes as presented by Marvel's Avengers? Where'd you get ice cream now? I made... I look over at her. And like on a cone, too. What? Number 18. What do we want? When do we want them? Okay, sorry. What do we want? Low flying airplane noises. When do we want them? Is this funny since we actually heard a plane just now, but it didn't grant us what we were looking for?
I wasn't looking for it to crash.
You wouldn't need to look for it. You'd feel it. You'd feel it, dear. You'd feel it.
That's not funny.
I feel it coming. Linda hits the ice cream cone emojis. You know, this list is going to go much faster than you guys could ever have imagined. And unfortunately, that's the way that it's supposed to be sometimes. I believe in you. And I want you to believe in yourself. Number 17. A priest and a rabbit walk into a blood clinic. The priest says, I think I'm type A. And the rabbit says, I think I'm a type O. Nice. You get it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because instead of rabbi...
Yeah, it's supposed to be a priest and a rabbi
like
instead of a...
Yeah.
But you know that kids these days have probably not even been told jokes about priests and rabbis walking into anything. You know? So how do you explain the misunderstanding, the subversion of your expectation if the expectation doesn't exist? Can you subvert when there is no expectation? Dia. I find that funnier. I find the idea that, of course, if you went on TikTok with this joke, you think people would be laughing? Well, there are some normies on TikTok, but come on now. Come on now. To now, he says, at least you can smirk at this joke. I just like that there was a rabbit in it. Yeah. And he wasn't in a hat, nor was he with a bat, Nor was anybody wishing they were a little bit taller or a baller. Do you? You don't understand that reference. Excellent. What?
Why would you say excellent?
I'm sorry. I just, sometimes it pays to be black.
What?
Not really. That's funny. See, number 6. I may not be telling this 100% accurately. That's a great way to start a joke. You're off to a great start. Wow.
Did it? That's the joke.
Listen, I don't remember how this goes. We're off to a good start.
Instead of looking it up, I'm gonna give it.
I'm just gonna give it the old college try. Yeah. One day, Sherlock proposes to Watson. Gay. Okay. No. Oh, whoa! It wasn't gay. I needed to finish it. One day, Sherlock proposes to Watson that they should go camping one weekend. Watson finds it to be a joyous. That's what it says.
A joyous.
Stop. Watson finds it to be a joyous and decides that it's a great idea. He decides that they should go camping, and as the weekend approaches, the men go on their camp. The pitch the tent, the cook the marshmallows, so on.
I don't think the issue here is the fact that they don't know how to tell a joke.
It was time to turn into a robot. They crawl into their tent and fall asleep. In the middle of the night, Sherlock awakens Watson. Watson, what do you see? Mr. Holmes inquired. The night sky, replied the doctor. And what do you think that means? There are billions of stars out there, Mr. Holmes, and for every star there is a solar system comprised of planets, leading to trillions and trillions of planets. Why, Mr. Holmes, with these odds, there is sure to be intelligent life out there, Dr. Watson exclaims. No, Watson, it means someone stole our tent.
That was painful. Next. Don't even dwell on it. Just pretend it didn't happen. Bazinga.
I just started looking through my own comments. I apologize. I just needed to be far away from this post where it couldn't hurt me anymore. Okay? Never again. Never again.
It can't hurt you anymore.
So we continue up this list. We arrive at number 15. At a funeral, a man tells the widow, plethora. Thanks. That means a lot. Yep. Number 14. Does Santa pay for parking? Nope. It's on the house. Get it?
Yep, I hate it.
I don't like the idea of Santa actually taking the time to park on people's roofs because that's a lot of wasted time. You know what I mean? If the thing can fly, he can probably call it in low and just go down the chimney and then, because what if is it a taking off thing? Is it a landing and then taking off every house? It's already pretty unbelievable, man. You gotta streamline this thing. What are the comments here saying? Are there any comments? Wow.
It has little votes too.
True Silver says, damn, got the whole squad laughing. That's how I feel when I watch that shitty wannabe regular show. Okay? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Am I too old? Am I Squidward? Am I just, a fuddy-duddy? Not only did I feel the initial episodes of that show to be unbelievably underwhelming, unfunny, but I'm wondering if the whole joke is supposed to be that they're terrible parents. Is that the joke? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Aaron Harvey says, you can waste time by putting on your waist. You can waste time by putting it on your waist? Does he mean to spell one of those wastes differently?
Maybe.
And doesn't a joke like that work better when you're verbally speaking it as opposed to typing it? Okay. Okay. Number 13. What's the most important part of a joke timing? I still read it like a question. I guess I should have read it like a statement. Dia, why did the mermaid wear seashells? We're going to figure this out together. Can you give me good answers? Why did the mermaid wear seashells? My answer is that she needs to cover up the nipples because otherwise, whatever censors will lose their fucking minds, because if they show a little bit of that juicy, delicious areola and that perky, on that perky ass titty, we're gonna have a problem. Especially if them nipples are hard, it's over. Only soft nipples or the censors will lose their minds. So that's my guess. That's why she wears the seashells. It's because somebody was selling them down by the seashore. She wanted to support small beach side businesses. You busy with that cone, girl? Well, give me a good answer. Why did the mermaid wear seashells?
I'm sure that I've heard this joke before and I don't remember the answer.
All right.
And I don't want to try.
Oh no. Nowi's probably right. She grew out of her bee shells. She got too big for her bee shells. Well, she should be wearing D shells. And to be honest, what's wrong with wearing a shell that's a size smaller? Ideally, she should be wearing seashells, even if she has D's, just to, let the curvature of them.
You do know that's bad for you, right?
Oh, Dia, let's not talk about whether or not it's good or bad for us, okay? Let the itty bitty teeny weeny, not so polka dot seashells adorn the D-cup titties underwater today. Because Dia, it's not bad for a woman who lives underwater. Gravity is not her bitch. Gravity doesn't make her its bitch.
I don't want to think of human skin underneath water.
It's not a human. It's a merman. That's right. I'm inclusive on this channel. A mer male to female with implants. Mer woman. Mer women are women too, Dia. Because I have to keep reminding you that it's real, that it's legit. Can she have a baby? That's not what this is about. I don't know why you're bringing that into this, okay? It's not part of it. It's unfair. Andres and a gamer says, Avengers is the biggest joke in here, and in a way I suppose you're right, What could compare? We can't bring Avengers into this because it wouldn't be fair. What could compare? What could top a 7-month joke so profound that echoes in our hearts? Number 11. What do you see when a duck bends over? A butt quack. A butt quack. A butt quack. If you'll allow me to just be on my Snapchat for a couple of moments, I'm going to try to rinse that out of my head, Somebody was asking me today, to play, like, how we can play Outriders together. My name on PSN, on Xbox, on Snapchat, on everything, it's CYAEL. But I play with Dia, and we group up via like a code. Like the session has a code on Outriders, so whenever we're out riding, probably not so much now because it's just a demo, but next month when that game comes out, if you want to play Outriders together, specifically because there's cross-playing, you can play it whenever you want. You can play it with whoever you want. Just let me know. fucking butt quack, dude. Number 10. I actually saw this on a post. Why are seagulls called seagulls? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels. I remember Brack from the Brack Show delivering that. And it was just as unfunny then. And I like Brack. I stared at it for like several seconds. And I thought about how stupid I was. The more that I thought about it, the funnier that it was to me. Is that funny to you, Dia? They call them seagulls because they fly over the sea, because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. Bagels.
Why does it sound like you're putting on like a gay man voice to say bagels?
When I say bagels, it sounds gay to you.
Yes.
It sounds like a gay man would speak.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I think that's mildly offensive. I think that's mildly offensive. What if this gay man was in the middle of his transition? As a gender frozen man, I can tell you, I just feel it so belittling. To not be, regarded for my genitalia first. That's what I want. It's big, it's girthy, it's throbbing. And I want people to, just diminish me to simply that. And the fact that they don't single me out for it, that they don't stop me when I want to go into another bathroom, I think that's disrespectful. But I have to realize that, unfortunately, I guess I have opposite views to everybody else, and that is the essence of being gender frozen, Dia. It's like being in the Matrix and knowing it, but nobody else does. I'm glad that you can be there with me.
This has been an unpleasant thing so far.
Is this guy really listing books that are just jokes? Why would he ever do that? Do you think that he came back to edit this post?
Probably. Let's keep going. Because I don't care.
I'm actually more fascinated by him putting in things at the end than anything. Other really bad jokes were some that my dad taught me, books that were never written, which were all just really bad puns between a book title and the author's name. Dangerous Cliffs by Eileen Dover. Get it?
Yep.
Rushing to the Outhouse by Willie Make It. Rusty Bed Springs by I.P. Knightley. Suicide Pact by Hugo First. They weren't.
I like those.
I don't like them. I like that at a glance. I genuinely mistook them for real books. And in reality, they were just bullshit the entire time. Rushing to the Outhouse by Willie Make It. Willie Make It. I think if I were high, I'd be mad at this.
Seraphin has a joke.
Seraphin has a joke. This ought to be good. Seraphin says, "Here's a stupid joke. What is Detective Carlyle's favorite snack? A quesadilla." It's only funny, right? It's only funny because I thought to myself, why am I a detective? And then I reread it and I just got to a case and I was like, okay. But
wow. It took for you upon the second reading to understand the joke.
who the fuck sits down and writes that? Like, my heart may give out right now. What, were you waiting?
Yep. Waiting and ready.
It's not possible. They wrote that. They wrote that joke. What time? You committed time to this. Just breathe.
Seraphin must have been like, I have a whole list of puns and jokes.
Do you think when I put the notification for the stream up, Seraphin was like out of the house and it became like a suspense movie? Like, I have to get home. They're like rushing home and they're like, listen, their phone was dying. Okay, you're a detective, okay? And like, listen, okay, you're a detective. What the hell Hmm. But fucking, you know. Justin says 2 antennas met on a roof, fell in love, and got married. The ceremony wasn't much, but the reception was incredible.
That's great.
I feel like that's a decently articulated joke, and I would appreciate that in a book of smirk-worthy chucklers. Smirk-worthy chucklers, do ya? You gotta like the feel of that. Mm-hmm. It's like Kyle in the pants. You just like the feel of it in your mouth, Smirk-worthy chucklers. Say it, guys. Chucklers. Say it, Dia. Oh,
I'm eating, Kyle, so I can't say your dumb thing right now.
Chucklers. Okay. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 9. Did you hear the people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones? But the people in Abu Dhabi do. You remember the Flintstones, Dia?
Yes, I know what the joke is.
Okay.
It sucked.
They'll have a gay old time, Dia. You can't use that word. That doesn't mean what it used to mean. You son of a bitch. You offensive son of a bitch. Charlie and the Chuckler Factory. Chuckler, the way that I'm saying it, it may bother somebody. It may be as bad as moist. It doesn't bother you a little bit? Chuckler?
No.
Let's see what happens when I say it 17 more times. Number 8. What do you get when you cross a scientist with a chimpanzee? A strongly worded letter from the ethics department. Like it's the first time it's been done. Not if you work for the American government. They're doing shit like this all the time. It's all about results, damn it. What are you gonna do? Send me to jail? Then you'll never get my findings. Release me and I'll show you my research. Well, it's a very good... Well, what are we gonna do? He's got us between a rock and a chimpanzee. And if I were to splice the gene of the chimp into this rock, a crazy thing would happen. Dia? I was reading some kind of research the other day talking about how, plants could form memories or something like that, and all kind of stuff like that. And it was clear that the objective of the article was to... or research was to imply the sentience of plants. What's funny?
Charlie and the Chuckler Factory.
I read that earlier. You didn't hear me say it? Did I sound like I had shrunk a couple sizes in the pants? What's going on?
What? No, I just kept hearing you say Chuckler. So it's like you were just saying it over and over again.
You made me feel like I had an A-cup cock just now. Like I just spoke and you said,
Did someone say something? Hello? What was that? If there is any spirits in here, make yourself known to me.
and you close your eyes. Turn off the lights. I was going to say you close the lights. It's like a two-way mirror, Why is constant yawning? Was it because I was yawning or is it because of the quality of these jokes? Number 7. I usually tell Try it again, less dyslexic. I usually tell dad jokes. Most of the time, he laughs.
That's cute. That's cute. I like that one.
I usually tell dad jokes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay. Yeah,
A diamond in the rough.
I'll give it a little bit. I was walking through a quarry and said to the foreman, "That's a big rock." "Boulder," he replied. So I puffed out my chest and shouted, "Look at that enormous rock over there."
That's cute. That's cute. Because I can imagine someone puffing out their chest going, "Look at that enormous rock over there."
Dia, you're reminding me you used to have a book of puns, man.
I still do. What do you mean I used to?
I wonder where it is. I gotta get it near you.
Your mom's house.
What? Oh no. Oh no.
Last time that we were over at her house, she's like, "So Dia, you got some stuff in that closet still." And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Uh-huh. She's so desperate. Number 5. When life gives you melons, you know you have dyslexia. It's funny because I almost read that correctly. Because I believe that it should have said lemons, but that was part of the joke, and I'm glad that I didn't. I mean, not the yawning. You know, it's just how these jokes make me feel. I mean, damn. There's no black people in the jokes. Nothing. I'm kidding. That's not the pinnacle of humor for me. But
You should just
maybe a black person should be telling me the jokes, and then it would be funny. You see what I'm saying?
You should just end every joke with
Hamburger.
Yeah.
When life gives you melons, you know you have dyslexia. Hamburger. Dia?
Hey,
You do it. It's fucking ridiculous. Hamburger.
hamburger.
Dude, when you say it like that, when you write all those, you scoop it up and down. Hamburger. Oh my god.
Hamburger.
Sounds like you're selling me something.
Look
You,
at this
you do not want to
hamburger
pass
over
up this
here.
opportunity. Hamburger.
Hamburger.
You're never going to be hungry again. Constant river.
What?
Constant raven. Dia. You doing good, Kyle, always. Something about that. Okay, stop it.
Turn this shit down if I'm too loud.
Not me. Not you. No, you're fine. It's just, I was way too tickled by you doing good, Kyle, always. It sounds like a mnemonic device to help remember something. Okay, YDGCA, you doing good, Kyle, always. Awesome. I'll never forget it now. Truce Over Wolf says Dia the punster and Kyle the chuckler. Chuckler sounds so cool, man. Chuckler. Seraphim Bear says, here's what I came up with. Who is the line of defense for the Kyle stream? The DIA. Oh, man. You can't see my face, but I'm shaking it.
Yep.
I'm shaking my face at you. Shaking it like a Polaroid picture. This joke is so dumb that it makes little sense. The DIA. All right. Well crafted there. Justin says, what do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? I'll tell you what you get. You get what you fucking deserve. I remember when I unironically said that to Crystal Dynamics because I had a big enough problem with that stupid game.
Fucking deserve.
Oh, man. Mighty Quinn says, Boulder, home of the $100 zip. Somebody need to send me something that I could make $100 off of. You know what I'm talking about? Like a magic trick. If only life were so simple. Could go down the street, make a magic trick happen, get some damn money for it. Hello, believe in me. Number
4.
No, wait. Linda says, Kyle, do you stretch when you yawn? Or are you a boring yawner? Let me tell you something. If you want to refer to people stretching while they yawn as interesting and exciting and not doing that as boring. I have, in the morning, gone to take a piss, just walked around in the morning, and when I have yawned, I decided that I'm going to do a full body stretch with my big penis. You want to know what fucking happens? I nearly pass out.
Which is true. It's scary.
I nearly pass out.
It's scary.
The cock size was pertinent to this story. I'm not just throwing that in there. The blood wasn't in equal distribution for me to have been able to sustain a full body stretch in the morning. So I nearly fucking fell over. And I often think to myself, if I could have just fallen over in the bathroom and hit the tile, if I could have just, been anywhere and hit my head on the side of a ledge, I could have fucking died. And you know that there's probably not a way that you can think of dying right now that hasn't already happened, isn't happening right now, and isn't going to continue to happen. There are people who are full body stretching that are probably passing out from the momentary like not having enough blood, and then just, dying. And not passing out, but kind of just like stumbling, maybe falling, maybe tripping. Some of y'all do that already when you're just clumsy, because you suck. So, Linda, I resent you implying that I'm yawning boring, because I'm yawning cautiously, okay? I value life. I value the people in my life who might be negatively affected were I to go. What would they have to put between their bosom? Nothing.
This is one of those moments where I don't know if you don't understand what she asked, or if you do when you're just doing a waka waka.
Whom would they have while they soap themselves up, while they lotion themselves? Because they need to check for lumps as well. Wait, was it a joke, Dia? Do you stretch when you yawn, or are you a boring yawner?
It wasn't a joke. It was a question of, do you yawn when you stretch, or do you yawn when you're bored? Have you ever been so bored that you just yawn because you're just, you're just like ready to just lie down and not be a part of the day anymore because it's so boring?
No, your interpretation is absolute madness. I could never have interpreted it that way, and I shit you not. It'll be the entire discussion of the entire rest of the stream if what you're telling me is that she implied this in a way other than to say, okay, when you yawn, do you do it one of two ways? You just yawn, which is the boring way, or you just go with your whole body and you stretch, maybe with your arms above your head and all kind of bullshit like this. And I would imagine the answer for everybody is occasionally people do it one way and occasionally people do it the other way. But what you're trying to tell me is she's asking this to say, do I actually yawn, which is the only way, a full body stretch yawn, or do I just yawn out of boredom? Why would you believe that that's how she meant it?
Because that's what she asked, and she said Dia understands. So I'm
you're
right.
supposed to do full... Listen.
No,
I'm not... Hey.
I'm known to yawn when I'm bored.
Okay.
You've seen me yawn when I'm bored.
And that's not what this is about. My issue... I understand. My issue is with the interpretation. How she meant it may have lined up with how you took it, but that does not mean that you are both anything short of crazy. Do you understand? And you're both on the same wavelength. I don't know how in God's name I was supposed to assume from this that she was saying.
If anything, I was confused as to why you took it that way, where it's like...
Or are you a boring yawner? Listen, because here's what pisses me off about the way that both of you are saying that this was meant to be interpreted. It implies, Dia, that either you yawn when you're bored or you stretch when you yawn. Are you implying that there's like no way to yawn without stretching?
Yes.
You are.
You yawn when you're tired. You can yawn when you're bored.
Yes. No. That's what I'm saying. There is not one way to yawn and have that be when you're stretching. So to ask, do you yawn when you stretch or do you yawn out of boredom? That's kind of pitching it as those being the only two ways. When there's...
She's just asking specifically, when do you yawn?
Yeah.
And you yawn
women
in both instances.
Women, you are making me feel...
Some people don't yawn when they're bored. Some people, I don't know what they do. But some people don't yawn when they're bored. Some people don't yawn when they're tired. Some people don't yawn when they stretch. They just stretch. Or they're just bored. And they don't express it like everyone else does.
I am refusing to try to get into either of your minds on this. Because some things are perplexing and get to remain that way. They don't need us to pry. In a way, it is a form of art, Dia. You two may be flowing at the same time. Check and find out if you are synchronized, Dia. Iraq Lobster. We were at the beach. Everybody had matching towels. Number 4, Dia. Manuel, is your car automatic? It's a manual. Oh, I'm sorry. Manual. Is your car automatic?
You were supposed to pronounce it as, Oh, no, you did it right,
No, I think I said it's a manual when I should have said it's manual.
Yeah.
But it's still dumb. It's still dumb.
This just makes me want to watch, Wally.
I don't like when people call stick shift manual. Is that a weird thing? So everybody let me know in the chat what you say. Do you say manual or do you say stick shift? And if you do say manual, tell me whether or not you live in the UK. PB&J says hi, Kyle and Dia. How are you doing, my man? Appreciate you again, PB&J. Special thanks.
I've heard it both ways.
I hear it both ways too. I just have a preference and I want to know how people, particularly like specifically to them, say it. Independent of their preference. Somebody on the Outriders subreddit got all of the legendaries and posted his dumb little picture for everybody to see. So naturally in the comment section, everybody says, if you go through his post history, he has like a bunch of like stuff in Pokemon that no human should have been lucky enough to manage to get. So the likelihood is that he's on shenanigans to like fuck with games and make them get shit, and that this is just another sock puppet account because somebody earlier did this and got called out for it. And it's like, my God, the forensics work going into just like some guy going, look at all my stuff I got in this video game. It's just crazy.
I mean, some guy got into like trouble in speedrunning Minecraft with how lucky his rolls were. People were like scrutinizing the crap out of his.
Oh no, but he deserved what he got because it would have been statistically impossible for somebody to.
He wasn't messing with the game.
I think he was. I don't know this guy, and I would love to be fact checked. Somebody send me snaps. Somebody get into the Discord.
Okay, yeah, continue.
Bro, Tunawi says he's got Dream's luck. So you believe that it was luck? And that everything went this dude's way? Because from what I understand, or understood, it would have been a statistical impossibility from the way that they were making it seem.
Yes, it shouldn't be possible, but it's...
Probable? Is that what you're going to say?
Would that be the right way?
I think it would be.
Okay, it's not impossible. It shouldn't be possible to have a run like that. But
No. Dream is a cheater, babe. I think him saying Dream's luck is just like a term for a cheater. Yeah, cool.
Like he apparently got like a lawyer and like some.
What a butt licker! Why would he do this to the God-fearing, honest Minecrafters out there who are trying to impress all the big titty girls? Because that's what makes them really excited, is their Minecraft skill and speedrunning ability.
Nothing screams sex appeal like smelling like fish.
Number 3. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is very heavy, and the other one is a little lighter.
Why
These are such normie jokes, though.
You keep adding an A.
Because I'm dyslexic. Number 2. A man finds a penguin at his doorstep. His friends tell him to take it to the zoo. Later that day, they see him walking down the street while still carrying the penguin. They ask him, "Weren't you going to take it to the zoo?" The man says, "I did. Now I'm taking it to the movies." during COVID? You know? I doubt that he had his vaccination. This is unacceptable. I've heard this joke probably 5 times.
I didn't hear it at all just now.
Someone says, I love penguins, and I think this is hilarious because you love penguins. Laughing, crying emoji, crying emoji.
What's the joke?
The joke again, Dia. A man finds a penguin and his friends tell him to take it to the zoo. Later that day, they see him walking back down the street while still carrying the penguin. They say, weren't you going to take it to the zoo? And the man says, I did, and now I'm taking it to the movies.
That's not a joke.
It's just a nice time out with a penguin, huh?
It's a nice time out with a penguin, but it's not a joke. It's just like a story. I hate this. Move on. Wasting my damn time.
3D Designer says, Kyle, what do hurricanes and wives have in common? Both wet and wild, with a lot of blowing at the beginning, but they'll eventually take your house and car with them. Oh my God, my man.
That's a joke.
Jesus Christ. You gotta protect against that hurricane. Get some prenup, man. Nothing sadder than the lack of blow, man. Y'all are bringing the room down. That's the opposite of the joke, 3D Designer. We don't want to think about a world without the jobs, without the blows.
I mean,
Now the world don't move.
We're already living that with damn COVID.
No, people getting them jobs. They getting them blowjobs. Wherever you may need them. Yeah.
Yeah, but people are losing their homes. And it ain't because of a wife.
And it ain't because of the blowjobs.
And it ain't because of a hurricane.
Teddy Oyama says, was this a list of dad jokes, Kyle? No, they were actually supposed to be jokes that were specifically wonderful to a specific person. And instead, they all seem to just be, stuff that you've totally heard before. Somebody is upvoting these, and that's okay.
Barely, though.
Listen, number 1, I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is going to happen. I can feel it. This one I don't mind. But is it funny?
I have heard, and it wasn't funny the first time, and it's not funny the 100th time. Blah. Get out of here.
I would never have read this list if I thought it would be so unfunny.
You should look up something else that would be funny.
Like what?
I don't know.
Look up some memes and then just destroy the whole stream.
No.
Look at that. Make my coffin after I go Super Saiyan. You can't even show it because some guy gets dead. But I watched it earlier. You want to know what happens?
You can show me later.
It's one of the old, we're in like a, what do they call it? You know, like a bong shop or something like that. For like weed smoking apparatus. The guy lights a cigarette and you see the air ignite. And when it says Super Saiyan, dude, imagine this guy's, like, the sleeves of his shirt, like where his hand comes out, it just becomes a blowtorch.
Damn.
And the same thing happened with his head. Like, it immediately lights straight on fire. And you can slowly, frame by frame, see the fire traveling through the air to the other guy that's on his side of the counter. And then there's a dude behind the counter as well. And I'm wondering if none of them made it. And that would kind of suck.
I feel like I know which one you're talking about. And as far as I know, they died.
Damn, girl.
Yeah. You or we should play something fun.
We should play something fun.
Yes, to even out the crappy jokes that you just read.
Let me try to set something up and then you can just be funny in the midst of, oh, you know what else? I don't think any of my controllers are charged, but they could be and we could see and we'll go from there. But, D, I'm so dead. I feel like...
Well, that's your fault for not trying to sleep instead of being on your phone.
I tried to nap earlier. I really did. Sometimes you really do you? Did I tell you that I did? I tried it.
Well, I was there with you, and
I tried enough.
you'd close your eyes for a couple of seconds, and then the Discord notification would ring, and then you would immediately grab your phone and then look at it, and it's bright white screen.
God damn it! I need more rubber bands for this stupid.
Or you could switch it out for the new mic.
No, not yet.
Why?
The time. It need to be right. The time I need to be right.
Seraphin says to play tag with you.
Taylor Lee says, "Sup guys? What a do, Taylor? Play tag? Look, I'm turning on the console of ages, and you will see. You will all see."
Do you just not have the joysticks, like the Joy-Cons, like attached to it?
What are you talking about? Joy-Cons?
Yes. Do you just not have the Joy-Cons like attached to the thing after you're done using it?
Oh no, I never put them back into where they're supposed to be. Bop, 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 bop.
Why would you do that?
Because it's behind the monitor. It's like a whole song and dance. It's a production. Am I really having to download like update data just to play my own game? Is that real life?
Yes, because games need to be updated.
Man, 8 minutes, dude. Can I just start the software and we can play like an old build of the game or something? Let's try to do that. Alright.
I can't believe you're having us play Smash.
Why not? You know, that's the kind of, fun that people want to see or something, right? That would be funny. You whooping my ass, you can choose the character that I'm going to be too. So, Dia, what I want you to do is get your controller. Where's your controller?
My shit is over there.
Did I ever pass you the... I think I did.
Yes, but anything you pass me that's yours is immediately passed back to you. So if you don't know where your stuff is,
Here. Come on. I just jumped out of the program so the music would stop. Do you know where your Joy?
Yeah, it's in the other room.
No, your slot-in controller thing.
Yes, it's in the other room. I didn't move it from out over there. Did you?
I feel like I remember passing it to you very recently.
I thought it was yours.
Maybe it could have been mine.
Like, why would you pass that thing to me when I never need it at all? Why is it in this room?
Alright, fine, girl. Look, let's just get ready to bing bong up and bing bong out. So let's see. What? God, how do we like sign you in? How's that work? Can you like press the buttons and like you're really leaving the room? Dia, I am not joking.
This isn't fun.
Meh.
Where's the...
Guys, I love you, but
Where's my Switch?
this is gonna be disastrous, you know? It would be too long to set up. Her stuff isn't in this room, even though she hasn't streamed in like weeks. It's very bizarre.
Can you pass me my Switch?
Oh boy.
It's not... You didn't put it back.
Yeah, I did, Dia. You want to wager on it? Is this even where I'm supposed to be reaching?
Okay, I see it.
Okay. True Silver was saying, I'm pretty sure Kyle won't let you die in some dungeon, Linda. Oh, you guys are talking about that Darkest Dungeon game. you guys have done it, you know? You have officially made me roll over enough times that I'm just going to have to turn Darkest Dungeon into its own stream. And then the next time I stream it, I can easily just go through 5 dungeons and call it a bing bong. But what I was going to do was try to play Super Smash with Dia. But it's a drama where she needs to go get her thing because she doesn't want to play with just the Joy-Cons. So we'll do it.
Just play with Joy-Cons?
Yes.
Okay, then that's fine. I thought that I needed the little thing to connect it to.
No, I don't want to make you do that if it would be easier with the pad for you. So we can just set it up next time.
Alright.
And then Pringle on the...
now, because I didn't know that I didn't need them. But I'm putting it back.
Make sure that that's not precariously balanced on anything and it's flatly laid down. Like, as in whatever dumbass case that's below it, please, you know. Oh boy. Saha Okami says, thanks Ninja. Apparently that statement triggered my bro and I wanted to see something. I feel like suddenly unstable in the stomach department. Did this list disturb me? Did it disturb my tum-tum? What day is today, guys? Wednesday?
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. We'll see what the hell's going on in the next 2 days. Thank you all. Love you to death. Tomorrow is Dia's birthday, so we'll set up something interesting for then. But until then, I love you. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. I think I have like something to finish editing for the Avengers stuff. And then you guys can look forward to that later. Love you. Bye.